Okay, well, we're ready to start our main course, and as I mentioned to you before, it's going to be the filet mignon with a creamed mushroom brandy sauce. So in a few moments I'm going to be searing, first seasoning the filet, then searing the filet in the pan, and then I'll be making the sauce in front of you as well. Now while we're heating up the pan here, I like to cook my meat about half and half butter and extra virgin olive oil. So my butter is now nice and hot. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil, and there's the reason why I do this. The smoke point, the temperature at which the olive oil is going to smoke is a lot higher than butter, and yet the butter adds a really nice flavor. So here I get both, I get best of both worlds. I get the higher smoking point because of the olive oil, and yet I get a really nice flavor because of the butter. So this is almost ready here. Now that it's almost ready, and this is really important, you don't want to season your meat too early. Otherwise, especially the salt is going to draw all the moisture, all the water out of the beef. So as I'm just about ready to put the meat on, I'm going to grind some nice sea salt on both sides of my fillet, and also a little bit of a turn of the pepper mill. And as I said, I'm going to do that on both sides. So there is first side here. My meat on the other side is getting ready to be done. I'm going to reduce the heat on the pan. And there we go. That's all you need to do to your steak before you sear them. That's what you want to hear right there. That meat being seared in your hot pan, so it seals the juices right into your meat. Alright, I think we're ready here. The meat looks good on both sides. It's nice and seared. It's probably on the between rare and medium rare, which is perfect for me at this point. So I'm just going to remove the meat from the heat, and we're going to let it rest while we're making the sauce. It is kind of important to let the meat rest before you actually serve it. The reason behind that is it allows for the juices in the meat to expand, to go back, to recirculate through the meat, so your meat is not just all dry. So now it's time to make a very easy sauce. I'm going to start with a little mushroom. Just use the regular button mushroom, quickly minced, and I'm going to saute those mushrooms in the pan, just to extract the moisture out of mushroom. Now that most of the moisture is gone, we're going to flame the mushrooms to give it a nice crispy almost flavor, and of course give it a little bit of a brandy flavor. If you have a gas stove, I recommend that you do that away from the flame, otherwise it could catch on fire and go directly into your hood. So I'm using an electric stove here, and yet for safety I'm going to go just a little bit out of the really hot area. Just a little bit of brandy. Bring it nice and hot. And this is where you have to be just a little bit careful. Voila. Nice flame. It is hot, so you want to be careful. The idea is to let all the alcohol evaporate and yet have a nice flavor in your sauce. There we go. Now we're done with this important step. Second step is going to add a little bit of volume to our sauce. I have prepared here a little bit of veal stock. You can use either a frozen product that's called veal glace, or you can also use a veal stock as a paste that you can get from your supermarket, or even those bouillon that you can buy and mix with water. All you have to do is reduce them a little bit. Just be careful if you do that. They are usually pretty salty, so make sure you do not add salt to the sauce without tasting it first. I'm going to let the sauce reduce just a little bit. I'm going to add just a little bit of garlic because I love fresh crushed garlic. Voila. And of course, I always enjoy having a little bit of cream in my sauce, really adding a little bit of richness to it. It's up to you, that step is optional, but if you add this, make sure you add your cream and then let it reduce a little bit. So there we go. I'm adding about so much, about half of this little half a pint, so a quarter pint of heavy whipping cream, and you just let it reduce nicely, and that will give it a nice consistency and a nice mellow flavor as well. Make sure you let it reduce to get the proper consistency. And the proper consistency is obtained when the back of your spoon is nicely coated. Right now we're not quite there yet. It's running a little too fast. You can see here, you still see the back of your spoon, so we're not quite there yet. It needs to reduce just a little bit longer. Alright, I think I've reached a good consistency on my cream here. On top of that, it's going to sit for a couple minutes while I'm doing the plating of the steaks and maybe garnishing with vegetables. So I'm going to stop my sauce right here. It's going to finish very slowly just on a turned off stove. And I'm ready to plate my steaks. Oh, that's beautiful. Alright, to go along with our steak tonight, we're going to do some very quickly sauteed spinach. So again, a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and also a little bit of butter. High heat, and all you have to do is when that pan is nice and hot, is throw in the spinach. About a handful or so per person. Remember, your spinach, they melt very quickly. And then at the end, when they're nice and wilted, we're just finishing up with a little bit of salt and pepper and a little bit of fresh crushed garlic. Smells wonderful. Okay, we'll put that on our plate and we're ready to go.